So we're now going to hear from Portofino Resources, and their CEO and director, David Taffel, is here to tell you all about it.
Good morning, David Taffel here. I'm the CEO of Portofino Resources. We're based in Vancouver, exploration company focused on lithium in Argentina. So many of you have probably heard of the Lithium Triangle. It's world famous. It covers parts of Bolivia, Chile, and Argentina. We focused on acquiring our projects in Argentina within this prolific production and development area. All our properties are located in Catamarca, and Catamarca is the largest producer, if not maybe the only producer, within Argentina. Our properties we've been able to acquire over the last year and a half encompass about 17,000 hectares. Our theme is based on a closeology. We've acquired properties that have had some historical work on them, others that have no historical work. A couple of properties within salars that are either being developed or are in production. The focus for us is on the lithium brine area, and I'll talk to you about each one of these properties here. First property, the Rio Grande Sur property, is adjacent to the Rio Grande, or it's within the Rio Grande Salar that LSC and Energy are developing. LSC has outlined a resource of about 3.5 million tons, approximately 350 to 400 milligrams per liter lithium. It's quite high grade. We are butt up right against their property. They're located in Salta province. We're in Catamarca province. Looks like the same geology. We have a geological team on site at present that is doing an initial round of sampling, augering, trenching at the moment. This is the largest salar. It's about 8,500 hectares in size. We've just gone through a little bit of that. Second property, very creatively called Project Number 2, located a little bit farther south in Catamarca. Just across the border in Chile is the Wealth Minerals project that's being drilled right now. They've had some pretty good early results, and quite close to Wealth Minerals is a project called the Maricunga project that is at the feasibility study stage. This property has had a little bit of historical exploration work in 2012. Some samples were taken from the property in a grid pattern, averaging a little bit under 300 milligrams lithium, which is pretty consistent to some of the projects that are being developed right now. All the surface sampling, again, we have a geological team that has been to the property. Actually, we expect to have results from sampling assay results out within the next 60 days or so. Urgo property is our third project, location just southeast of the Neolithium 3Q project. If you're familiar with this one, it's pretty much at the feasibility study stage as well, quite high grade. The Urgo property, as far as we're aware, has not had any historical work done on it, but and it's winter in Argentina at the moment. The altitude up here is about 4,000 meters. Access in is a little bit difficult at this moment. We expect to be a little bit later in the year on the property doing an initial round of exploration. Kind of lastly, I guess, a couple of our claims are located in the world-famous salar Hombre de Muerto. This is where FMC is producing. They've been producing for a number of years. Quite a high-grade material in the 300 to 400 milligram liter range. And we've had some early samples taken off of our property during the due diligence period. and those results were consistent with what is being produced from that salar right now. You might notice Lithium X was a Canadian exploration company. It was taken over by a Chinese group earlier this year for $260 million in a salar that's very close to the Ombre de Murto. And as well, Galaxy, ASX listed, is developing its Sal de Vida project. They're at feasibility study. I think they're looking for someone to come in and either partner or to take them out. So a prolific area. We're well situated within this salar. Again, we're also doing some work on this property as we speak, and we expect to have we're expanding our initial exploration, and we expect to have some results out fairly shortly on that also. From a leadership team perspective, we have a small compact team. We've got a number of our group have been involved in developing from grassroots right through to production projects in a variety of areas, gold, copper, nickel in particular. We have another public company that is in the fertilizer space producing now, has been producing for a few years in Argentina. That's what's led us to, and our connections there, and our position in Argentina. We've been there for quite a number of years. We've had some very good people working for us in an office there that have led us to the acquisitions of the lithium properties that have become Portofino. I won't bore you with the details of the fantastic details of all of our directors here, but I'll point out Steve Wilkinson, who is here, ran a company called Northern Orion, Canadian listed company that was developing the Agua Rica polymetallic project in Catamarca province in the mid-2000s. That was taken out by Yamana for $800 million. So his connections and our current other associates in Buenos Aires and Argentina certainly bode well, I think, for our future. In addition, Dr. Isidoro Shalamuk is one of the best-known geologists in Argentina. He's written a number of papers. I discovered a very large potash deposit for Vale a number of years ago. He's an advisor to both the federal and the provincial mining ministries, and he is running our geological programs. We're quite lucky to have him working on the ground right now. Share structure perspective, we're a micro cap. We've really just started to come out onto the stage to start talking about what we're doing. We spent a year in acquiring what we think are very, very good projects. Again, theme is closeology. A little bit of historical work that have some good signals that there could be more lithium in the space. We focused on that. We're trading with a market cap of about $3 million, 50 million shares outstanding. This is kind of an interesting slide that just shows a comparable of other peer companies that are in sort of a similar stage to ourselves, early stage exploration. We're market cap of 3 million versus the average of about 18 million. That's the top sort of half of that slide. The bottom half is a pretty good, I think, overview of intermediate explorers, including Lithium X, which just got bought out. These have developed Neo-Lithium, Millennial, et cetera, in the same area that we're at. They've developed their properties over the last 2 years, 3 years, and have gone to market cap average of about 180 million. So certainly our goal is to get to be a value similar to one or more of those groups there. It can happen very fast in the lithium space, and that's what our objective is, and that's why we're here starting to talk about what we're doing. Thank you.